What's up, Meta Nerds? This video is all about the Cybot Galactica 3PX Protocol Droid. C-3PX was originally a protocol droid, just like C-3PO, but over his life he went through several different rebuilds that eventually turned him into an assassin. He first waddled away from the assembly line about half a century before the Battle of Yavin, in what was a limited series of hardy protocol droids that were exclusively marketed to the Outer Rim. Many complained that the shape of its face was a bit intimidating and not as pleasant as the dull expression that was found on the 3PO series droids. It's unclear who owned 3PX first, but over the years he eventually came into the service of Darth Maul and worked as a secretary to the Sith Lord, where he would deal with port authorities and other menial tasks that Maul had absolutely no patience for. As an additional line of defense, Maul is the one who had C-3PX upgraded, incorporating multiple lasers and a total of 83 weapons built into its chassis. When Darth Maul was defeated on Naboo, and Republic authorities found and took control of the Scimitar, they also gained custody of C-3PX. Palpatine was aware that this droid's memory banks might contain very incriminating conversations, and he immediately pulled the strings he had in order to get its memory wiped, before then transferring it over to the head of Sienar Fleet Systems, Mr. Raith Sienar himself. Here C-3PX would be upgraded again, where his body coverings were swapped out for those used in a C-3PO unit, which were at that time were the most popular protocol droids in the galaxy, with millions of units sold. This made him perfect for espionage work, and Sienar built in hidden compartments so that C-3PX could steal crucial data, while also lining him with a sensor-baffling material so that this espionage would go unnoticed. Once the Clone Wars broke out, C-3PX did some corporate espionage on other ship producers that had lucrative contracts with the Grand Army of the Republic, mostly Kuat Drive Yards and their subsidiary, Rothana Heavy Engineering, until when the war was over and C-3PX became Imperial Property. He was then signed to Admiral Screed, but the droid showed initiative and snuck away from his master and joined the Intergalactic Droid Agency, who again wiped his memory and rented him out to a bunch of different users. One of these was the criminal Oolag Grek, who could tell that C-3PX wasn't your normal protocol droid, and so he decided to steal the droid and take it to Hassink Station, where they built in more retractable lasers, dart shooters, fusion cutters, and even a laser that fired out of the back of its head. He also added this distinctive black X, and used this droid as a money-making machine, sending it out to collect bounties, while bringing the rewards back to himself. Because it still had the sensor-baffling lining that was put in by Sienar, and because superficially, it still just looked like another protocol droid, he was able to slip through most security. It would be back on Hassink Station that he would be tasked with killing R2-D2, but this droid had grown tired of his life as a bounty hunter, and rather than go on making Oolag Grek rich, he decided to let R2-D2 kill him. So that's it for C-3PX, and some really cool behind the scenes facts is that he was first introduced in Star Wars Droids, The Kalarba Adventures 3, and then was revealed to have worked with Darth Maul through Episode 1 Adventures 3, The Fury of Darth Maul. Other details about this droid were expanded upon in the role-playing guide Ultimate Adversaries, and in the book The New Essential Guide to Droids. So that's it for C-3PX, but most important of all, remember, always perform a cavity search on any protocol droid you see, and the Force will be with you, always.